Meanwhile, Facebook investors gathering today in San Francisco for the company's first ever shareholder meeting. Facebook stock has certainly been under pressure this month, down almost 10%. Take a look at this chart now at 2403. Are investors getting impatient with Mark Zuckerberg and that stock price? We're joined by shareholders Larry Fishelson from Dynalink and Chris Dessi from Silverback Social. Good to see you guys. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I guess, the question is, we know this stock is way down from the IPO. As a shareholder, what do you want to hear from this meeting? What do you think it's going to take to move the needle in terms of getting the stock price back up? Chris?
Well, I'm sorry, go.
Larry, go ahead. You can take it.
Sorry, Maria. What I want to see is I want to hear some bold talk about the company. Quarter over quarter, they're growing. Mobile's up 39%, $6 billion business right now. So I want to hear some swagger and some talk about how good they're doing. It's all public relations right now. If you look at the growth they have, the stock should be way up from where it is, and that's the problem.
What do you think, Chris? Where are you on that?
I'm actually with him. I'm actually at the point where, as a stockholder myself, I'm holding. I'm over long-term bullish on Facebook because I'm dealing with a little bit of cognitive dissonance. As somebody that's holding the stock, but somebody that also has a business that sees their clients spending money within Facebook, I'm excited to see some of the announcements about them addressing smaller businesses and advertising dollars that are going to be spent on Facebook. I want to hear more announcements about that, how they're going to make it a smooth transition for mid to small-sized businesses to spend more dollars within the Facebook ecosystem. Previously, it was way too complicated. They were pandering to the Fortune 500, which is fantastic, but now they need to talk to the long tail. They need to address the small businesses that are making money on Facebook and that are going to be spending money on Facebook, and specifically within the mobile ecosystem as well. They're still dealing with some bumps in the road with mobile.
Are you holding on to your shares at this point, Chris? I mean, how do you feel that the stock is so well below its IPO price?
I do take issue at times with some of the PR issues. I do see that they have a PR problem. They're still not addressing their privacy issues head on. I don't think that Zuckerberg is potentially the person that should be dealing with analysts, that should be dealing with the press on headward. I think that perhaps Sheryl Sandberg should continue to take more of the helm in that regard. If he were to step down, I wouldn't be so upset about that. But I am still holding because I am, as I said earlier, long-term bullish on Facebook because I'm seeing what it can do on behalf of my clients at Silverback.
What do you think about that, Larry?
Absolutely. I'm long-term as well as an investment, not a trade. But what's going to make me jump back in now and buy more shares is I want to see some bold acquisition moves, Maria. If we look at it, they can get into a content play like a Netflix. That would be beautiful. How about Twitter? Make a big defensive move and get Twitter off the table. So there's some big, bold moves that they could make and even possibly get more into the mobile space. But they're just not doing it. So once I can see the acquisitions, which is what they went into the IPO for, I'll feel much more bullish on it. But long term, very bullish. It's the whole ecosystem. So if you don't believe in the Facebook ecosystem, you don't believe in the whole tech ecosystem because everything flows into it.
What do you think was behind this underperformance? I mean, technology has been underperforming as a group. What's going on?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, right? If you look at some of the executives, we've seen some aggressive selling happening. When you're looking at, when you have the CTO, the COO, and the CFO selling their stock for a publicly traded company, that's going to make investors skittish. So again, I'm dealing with this cognitive dissonance. I see that, I feel that, but then when we're working with our clients on Facebook, there's no other platform, Google included. Facebook outperforms the advertising perspective when it comes to that. Google can't offer a specific demographic. You can't target somebody down to what their likes are, what their wants, what their needs, all these different content that they're offering up to Facebook, and the information is the value there within the advertising. There's no other platform like it, and no other platform comes close. So there's all these opportunities that they still have yet to address, and we're hoping that perhaps this is what we'll hear during the shareholder meeting.
What are your thoughts? Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
Yeah,
Maria,
I agree. I mean, the whole idea with getting in on Facebook is it's a $48 billion market cap right now. Google's a $238 billion market cap. I truly believe that long-term it can surpass the market cap of Google, and that's why you want to be in Facebook. But they need to get out there, and they need to talk about how good they're doing and not hide behind everything. They need to get out, say it, and just let the street believe in social media, which is what they're doing.
What's your take on the acquisition of Tumblr? How does that impact things?
I think Tumblr was a very bad move by Yahoo, and I think that Facebook is going to gain by Tumblr. I think a lot of those customers are going to go over to Instagram. But if we look at what just happened, Google taking over Waze, what that was a defensive move. So that's why, once again, I want to see Facebook get out there and make some moves. Maybe make a defensive move like Twitter. Maybe get into some of these other companies like Zynga for the e-commerce, or get into Netflix. Make a bold move and show us where they're going.
Actually, that's the one portion where I do disagree. I think that the Yahoo acquisition of Tumblr was a really smart move because of the demographic of Tumblr, so it helped to diversify what Yahoo was doing. And I do also want to say that Facebook did make a great acquisition with Instagram. I think that was a pretty bold move, and that they're sort of setting the precedent here, understanding that image sharing and that the manner in which we all aggregate and disseminate information via imagery is definitively changing, and Facebook is sort of leading that charge.
All right, we'll leave it there. Guys, good to have you on the program. Thanks very much.